Most people think money is the finish line. They imagine a lottery ticket, an inheritance, a business sale, and they picture instant peace. A life where every problem quietly disappears the moment the number hits their account. But history tells a very different story. A large majority of people who receive sudden wealth end up losing most of it within just a few years. Not because the money vanished on its own, but because they were never taught how to actually hold power. And make no mistake, money is power. The moment it lands in your hands, you are no longer simply wealthy. You are exposed, visible, and a target in ways you never had to consider before. 400 years ago, a political strategist named Niccolo Machiavelli studied how rulers gained territory and lost it just as fast, sometimes within a single season. His observations about power, loyalty, timing, and self-preservation apply just as well to a bank account as they do to a kingdom. Today, we are going to break down 7 laws that turn sudden fortune into lasting strength instead of a burden that quietly, patiently destroys you from the inside. Law number 1, disappear before you celebrate. The instant people learn what you have, your life changes, and rarely for the better. Old friends resurface with surprisingly good timing. Strangers find new reasons to call. Every purchase, every new car, every trip becomes a headline in someone else's mind, and headlines attract attention you did not ask for. A ruler who announces the size of his treasury invites every rival within reach to start planning an attack. The same is true for you. Keep the number to yourself. Do not upgrade your lifestyle in public view, at least not right away. Let your bank balance grow in silence while your daily life looks almost unremarkable to the outside world. Silence here is not shame, it is armor. And it is the cheapest protection you will ever own. Law number 2, build walls around what you own. Concealing your lifestyle is only the first layer of protection. The second, deeper layer is separating your name from your assets entirely. This means using proper legal structures, trusts, holding companies, limited liability entities, so that on paper you control the wealth without publicly visibly owning it. A smart ruler never keeps all his gold sitting in one exposed vault where a single breach ends everything. He distributes it behind locked doors, and he alone holds the keys. Talk to a qualified estate attorney or financial planner as early as possible, because the paperwork you quietly set up in month 1 can end up protecting your family for decades to come. Law number 3, destroy your internal enemies first. Before you invest a single dollar into growth, kill the debt that is already quietly bleeding you dry. High interest debt is not just a financial drain. It is a psychological weight, a constant background reminder that you are not fully in control of your own house. A ruler who has enemies hiding inside his own walls cannot focus on expanding his kingdom, no matter how large his treasury looks from the outside. Clear those obligations immediately, without hesitation. Only once your foundation is genuinely debt-free does new money actually start compounding in your favor, instead of quietly leaking away through interest payments every single month. Law number 4, control what people expect from you. Sudden wealth turns relationships into quiet negotiations, whether you consciously want that or not. Family members start hinting, friends start comparing their situation to yours. If you allow money to define the relationship, it will slowly consume the relationship entirely. Set the terms early and set them firmly. Practice what we can call strategic generosity. Help occasionally. Help meaningfully, but frame it clearly, out loud, as a one-time gift, never as a standing arrangement people can count on. A ruler who hands out favors without any limits creates an endless line of subjects who quietly expect favors forever after. Boundaries protect both your wealth and the relationships you actually care about. Law number 5. Never spend the core, only the harvest it produces. This is exactly where most windfalls quietly die. People treat the lump sum itself as spending money instead of treating it as an engine built to produce income year after year. Your principal should work quietly in the background, generating interest, dividends, or steady returns, and you live only on what that engine actually produces. Think of it as a fruit tree. You eat the fruit every single season, but you never, under any circumstance, chop down the tree itself. The moment you start eating into the trunk, the entire structure weakens, and eventually it collapses completely, taking the future harvests with it. Law number 6. Divide your kingdom into 5 separate territories. A wise ruler never puts his entire army in one single location, because one lost battle could end everything he has built. Apply the exact same logic to your capital. Split it across 5 categories: growth assets like diversified stocks for long-term expansion, defensive assets like bonds for steady stability, real assets like property that hold tangible, lasting value, a small speculative portion set aside for higher risk opportunities, and finally a liquid reserve you can access instantly when a real emergency shows up. This structure means no single bad season, no single crash can wipe you out completely, because your strength is never concentrated in one exposed position. And law number 7, the one most people ignore completely: keep your purpose alive. Wealth without a mission slowly turns into decay, even when the bank balance itself keeps growing. The moment you quit everything and disappear into idleness, you lose the structure, the discipline, and the sense of identity that actually built your success in the first place. Stay engaged in meaningful work, whether that means your original career, a new venture entirely, or a cause you genuinely believe in. And shift how you measure success altogether. Stop thinking purely in terms of this year's spending and start thinking in terms of what your grandchildren will eventually inherit. A ruler does not build a kingdom just to enjoy one glorious weekend. He builds it carefully, deliberately, to outlast him by generations. Sudden wealth is not the reward, it is the test. It takes everything you already are, every habit, every weakness, every hidden strength, and it multiplies all of it at once. Discipline turns a windfall into a lasting dynasty. Carelessness turns that exact same windfall into a cautionary tale someone else tells at dinner parties. The choice between the two is made quietly, in the weeks and months right after the money arrives, long before anyone else around you even notices anything has changed. If these 7 laws made sense to you, the real next step is learning how genuinely wealthy families actually think generation after generation, protecting what they have built instead of simply enjoying it once. That is exactly what we are unpacking next, so stay with us.